Well, I'm walking and talking with my mind. Stay on freedom. Oh, I'm walking and talking with my mind. Stay on freedom.
It's all a matter of, trips and tips I've picked up along the way. I've had really amazing people like Padma who have come to me and come backstage when I've been doing late night television shows and sat down and been like, hey, you need these heating pads, this tea, this medicine, and you need to know when to say no. And those little things have given me a lot of grace along the way. No one teaches you how to have endometriosis, but no one especially teaches you how to have it and be in the public eye. And so for her to come in, having been a model and being on television and say, this is how I deal with it despite my crazy schedule, it was like having a fairy godmother who was like, I know your life is really weird and it's been made even weirder by having a chronic illness, but here's how you can deal with it and put it all together. And I'm really fortunate to have her.
What's your advice to other women who have it?
I think honestly, make sure you talk about it so that your peers are aware and that you can potentially help one of your friends or your family members from, having some late stage diagnosis that could cause them long-term harm. Speak up about it. Don't be ashamed. You are not lesser for having been diagnosed with this. You are greater. You are stronger.
Well, we're the co-chairs of the event, and so obviously you literally are looking at patient and doctor, and we've sort of been united on the battle against endometriosis. In my personal life, Dr. Galbard is an amazing doctor. She's helped so many women along with Dr. Sechkin. And so we decided that we should take it that next level and really elevate, and that's what we're doing. And it's amazing to see all these people come here tonight to support a disease that honestly very few people know very much about.
How do you want people to know more about it? Like, how do you think that you can educate them and, get people more?
We have tonight 3 full tables of educators in the audience, and we're hoping that eventually this gets taught in all medical schools, junior high schools throughout the country. It's a disease that affects 200 million women worldwide and takes on average 10 years to diagnose, and women are just suffering and suffering, and I would say it is the biggest health crisis for women of today.
What do you think is different about this year? What's unique about it? Do you think that because of the Me Too and the Time's Up revolutions, do you think that's different for this year?
I think the universe is ready for this. I think 11% of all women having this disease, the fact that no one really recognizes it or treats it at the right time is horrible, and time's up.
And obviously, you do this for a living. What makes you, I asked Dr. Sechkin this too also, what makes you get up in the morning and, deal with this disease every day?
These faces. Just look around the room.
What do you feel like when you see someone and you treat them and they're like, wow, I'm in less pain, I can actually, be a human again? Like,
it's like a gift. It's like a gift, and it gives meaning to your life and keeps you going and going.
What's like the hope that you have for the Endometriosis Foundation and in general this disease? Like more awareness, better cure, like anything like that?
All of the above, early detection, and forming a real sisterhood so that women don't feel so alone.
And how do you feel like being treated by her as, a doctor?
It's incredible to finally have somebody who listens, that you don't have to justify any of your pain. They immediately accept you and listen. That's half the battle. It's been life-changing.
That's awesome. So how proud are you to see women like Halsey and Lena be at an event like this and talk about endometriosis like this?
I'm speechless. I don't have words to describe it, but we're humbled actually. So I'm humbled and very, very honored for the rest of the women in the world who suffers from this disease and are not recognized. They are the voice of their unheard agony and pain, unrecognized disease, their mistreatments, and everything that endometriosis affects women. They have become a voice. If they haven't given and lent their persona selflessly, I don't think we would be here. It started with Padma Lakshmi, let's not forget it. She started all of this with me.
Right.
That was 10 years ago. This particular cause sits in the middle of the gender inequality. Women have periods, men don't.
Right.
That's the biggest divide, that's the common denominator, and everything that comes with menstruation as disease
right.
is misunderstood along with the taboos of menstruation. So you take it from there. I mean, that's the secret code of everything.
Right. What's the biggest obstacle that women with endometriosis face today?
I think the biggest obstacle is the insurance companies who don't recognize the disease as disease, but conveniently they recognize it as a condition.
Yeah.
And the big societies that, doctor societies, medical societies that really are not aware of this disease, but they will be changing too. I'm very hopeful on that. If they change together within the insurance industry to recognize the disease, the surgeons will be more preemptive and more motivated to go after things that they don't get also recognized.
How do you think that it's going to change? You said hopefully it will get changed.
Well, I think the more women are going to be diagnosed early, and this is a treatable disease.
Right.
It's very simple. It's a difficult disease to treat, but it's a treatable disease. So it will affect overall in the end many women in numbers that we can't count, we can't measure. It will hopefully change a lot of things.
Do you feel that we're on the cusp of an endometriosis revolution, considering all the talk in the media about it, and now people being so open about it?
That's right. I do strongly believe in that.
And how?
The word is revolution because, look, it is these kind of movements that will change the attitude of public. This is a taboo issue, a social issue, and it extends to the reproductive justice and women's health. Let's think about Betty Ford. If she didn't come 45 years ago from her breast cancer and she wasn't open about it, we may be late talking about it. She did open the subject of a big taboo issue about the boobs, and all of a sudden breast cancer are very early diagnosed, and deaths from breast cancer have diminished to less than 10% in 5 years. Expected to have diminished less than 10%. I mean, it's a significant achievement. The value of early diagnosis is going to be doing the revolution. Yeah.
We're the Resistance Revival Chorus. We're a group of 60 plus women who come together to sing in community and to sing protest songs and to sort of uplift the message that joy is an act of resistance. But when we heard about this event, we were eager to participate because this is an issue that directly affects women, and we're a huge group of women, all ages, all races, all ethnicities, all religions, who come together to sing in community, and we thought it was a really important issue to stand up for.
And now seeing the progress that they've made, what are your thoughts about that, and just how have they overcome it? Do they feel better?
I mean, I think that raising awareness, speaking about it openly, and making sure women don't feel shame. I think women are shamed by so many, not just diseases and medical issues, but so many things in culture and society. And I think that's part of what we stand for as a chorus, is that we're going to be heard, that we're women with a message, and we're not going to be ashamed to speak up and to speak out for issues that are important, that we care about, that we're willing to get behind.
Did you guys come together as a group? I'm curious to hear about the story about the women's movement and how it kind of took off. That sounds really interesting.
Well, after the Women's March, as Jenny mentioned, some of the organizers, after speaking with Mr. Harry Belafonte, and he said, when the movement is strong, the music is strong. And so that message is so powerful. These women felt that it was time to really start putting music back into the movements of our time right now. But if we can bring joy into doing all of the work that needs to be done right now, if we can bring sisterhood to the organizing, if we can bring happiness to the protesting and the meeting and the getting together, that really helps move things forward.
It's also really important, right, in this moment of healthcare, and knowing that this is something that, especially, I don't know the numbers around brown women and black and brown women, how this impacts them, but I can only imagine, knowing that they are often on the low end of the totem pole of having a health insurance, that this is something that probably directly affects them, I'm sure. Yeah. And this brings to light the fact that this needs to be, health insurance needs to be something that everyone has access to, can afford. and especially those of folks in color and those who live in poverty. Health insurance needs to have it. This disease doesn't just hit folks who have dollars, right? It's those who do not have money, and we need to make sure that we're taking care of everybody in this moment we're in right now.